Hi there, we are going to work on solving for y. We're going to move equations from standard form to slope-intercept form. We're going to identify the slope and the y-intercept, and we're going to sketch our graph. So let me start here. Let me pull up my board. The other thing, please make sure that you have desmos already ready to go to put this in the calculator. Okay, so the first thing we want to talk about is the fact that standard form is ax plus by equals c. We are trying to move this into slope-intercept, which is y equals mx plus b. So on the very first one, let me do this. I'm going to bring my board and make it, let me make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Move this up and down a little bit. All right, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line at the dot at the equal sign to try and balance it out. I'm trying to get the y by itself. And what is on the same side of the equation with the y? Well, that is the positive x right here. To move it to the other side, you do the opposite, which is subtract x from each side. Now these x's cancel out, and I get negative y equals negative x plus 5. Okay, this negative that's right here in front of the y, that is a -1. We cannot have the y be negative. It has to be positive. So I'm going to divide everything by -1. I'm going to get y equals x minus 5. That's my equation. So negative divided by negative is a positive. Now we were supposed to identify the slope. The slope, they use the letter m, and the y-intercept, which is the letter b. So right here, y equals mx plus b. B is the number here that is added or subtracted, which gives me -5. Oh, why did I put that in the wrong spot? Sorry, guys. Let's see, try again. -5. The slope is the number that is in front of the x attached to it right here that's multiplying by it. If there is not a number, that is a 1. There's a placeholder there, so the slope is 1. Now, we are supposed to sketch the graph. Remember, we have an x and a y axis. Okay, well, let's go through and let's put this into the calculator. Let's see. So right here at desmos, I'm going to, let's see, what am I going to put? Okay, so let's put in here the original equation. X minus y equals 5. So x minus y equals 5. Here's your equation. We want to put in and make sure that we got the equation right when we did it. So I'm going to put in what I think my answer is. Y equals x minus 5. So I'm going to have y equals x minus 5. Now, see how now we only see, when I didn't put the -5, there was 2 lines, right? I finished it and put -5. That moved these 2 lines on top of each other. And since they're on top of each other, that means we got the correct function because they go over the same points. You could compare the tables too, but this is one way to double check and make sure that you solved this correctly. So now let's go back over here and sketch it. First off, the -5 means that I start down here at the bottom. My y-intercept is -5. Oh, there we go. My slope is positive. That means from left to right, my line is going up, and I'm just going to sketch it like this. Okay, so now pause the video and do number 2 and see how you do. I'm going to erase my board. Now, if I move this over, let me give myself some room. You should have paused the video and gone and tried to see if you could do this the same way I just did the first one. I'm going to go over that right here. Again, I want to get y by itself. Well, what's on the same side with the y? That's the minus x. So to do the inverse, to do the opposite, I'm going to add x. And what I do to one side, I have to do to the other. These cancel. I get negative y equals x minus 7. Well, that's fine, except I still have a negative right here. So I need to go and divide everything by -1. So now this becomes y equals x divided by -1 is negative x plus 7. There is my equation in slope-intercept form. So I need to find the slope, which is represented by the letter m, the y-intercept, which is represented by the b, and I will sketch my graph and we will still check it. All right, so the y-intercept right here at the end, this is the y-intercept, which would be 7. And then my slope is right here in front of the x, which is a negative, which is a -1. Well, now to graph it, I'm going to start up here at 7. And my slope is negative. So from left to right, I'm going to go down like this. But let's double check with our calculator that that's really what's happening. So what we're going to do at first is put the original function right here into the calculator. So let me get out of these. And I'm going to put in there y. Oh, that wasn't it. Let's see. What was it? Negative x minus y. Negative x minus y equals 7, I believe. Oh, no, equals -7. I knew something was wrong. There we go. Now I think the answer is right here, which is y equals -x plus 7. So I'm going to make another click down here, y equals -x plus 7. Sure enough, they went over each other. They overlapped. That means we solved correctly. And if you see, it's up here at right here where it starts. If I click up here, that point is 0, 7. And then it continues to go down from left to right. My line keeps going down. So we did that well. That's good. Now I'm going to erase my board. Let's do another one. Oh, there we go. All right, on this one, I'm going to go here. I'm going to draw a dotted line at the equal sign. This is what I'm trying to get by itself. It has a positive 2x. So to move that, I do the inverse, which is minus 2x. And what I do to one side, I do to the other. Now these cancel. And I get negative y equals negative 2x plus 5. Next, remember, this is a -1, so I have to divide everything by -1. And I get y equals positive 2x minus 5. My slope is my number in front of the x. That's my m. That would be 2. My y-intercept is b, which is the -5. And now we need to sketch the graph and look and see if we got it right or not. Give me just 1 second to pull mine up. Okay, sorry about that. Let's go back here. Oops, I got to go back to screen sharing. Where'd it go? Let's see. All right, so on this one, we have this 2x minus y equals 5. So I'm going to go up here and do 2x minus y equals 5. There's my equation. So this is what the graph is supposed to look like. So now, though, we need to go here and put y equals 2x minus 5. So the next one, y equals 2x minus 5. They overlapped each other. That means we did good. when we solve, so now, look right here, it starts at -5. All right, so, and from left to right, the line is going up. So I'm going to go over here to my whiteboard. I'm going to start down here at -5. Oops, there we go. And from left to right, I'm going to go up, and I sketched my graph. Now, I'm going to erase my board. I want you to go over and I want you to try and do number 4. And come back, pause the video, do number 4, and come back and see how you did. All right, number 4. So right here on the equal sign, draw a dotted line. Where the y is, that's what we're trying to get by itself. So I need to move the positive 3x. How do you move the positive 3x? Well, what's the inverse? The inverse is negative. So I'm going to subtract 3x from each side. So I get, these make 0, and I get negative y. Don't forget that negative. It equals negative 3x minus 6. Now I have to divide everything by -1. This will give me a positive y equals a positive 3x plus 6. All right, I need to identify my slope and my y-intercept. Remember, the y-intercept is what's being added or subtracted at the end, which is a 6. The slope is the number in front with the x, which is m, which is a 3. And then we are going to want to sketch it, but let's go back. Remember x and y. So let's go back and put it in the calculator, make sure we solved right. So put the original into y1. So let's see here. I've got, get those out of there. Let me double check. It was 3x minus y equals -6. 3x minus y equals negative, so don't do that. There we go, -6. Right? 3x minus y, yep. The next one was 3x, or y equals 3x plus 6. The lines are on top of each other. That means that we did it correct. If you notice, the y-intercept is right here at +6. From left to right, the line is increasing and going up. So as we go over here, I start at, oh, was that even the same? Oh, yes. I'm going to start at 6. I'm going to put my y-intercept at 6. And from left to right, my line is going up. So I'm going to draw a line up like this. All right. Make sure you have that written down if you don't, if you had to make any corrections. I'm going to go and erase my board, and let's go back and do number 5. Move my board over. If I can find it, there we go. All right, next one. At the equal sign, I'm going to draw a dotted line. Now again, if you think you can do this, go ahead and pause the video and try it and then come back and see how you do. I need to get the y by itself. Well, I need to move this 4x first. So I need to subtract 4x from each side. And these cancel. I get -5y equals -4x plus 10. I'm going to divide everything by -5. Well, what do I get? These cancel out and make 1y equals negative divided by negative is a positive. So I have positive 4/5 x. 10 divided by -5 is -2. Here is my equation in slope-intercept. What is my slope? What is my y-intercept? My slope is, no, not my slope, my y-intercept right here is what's being added or subtracted, which is -2. My slope is the number in front of the x, which is 4/5. We want to sketch the graph. You know, and if we can look at this and think, okay, well, it starts down here at -2. My slope is positive, so that means from left to right, the line is going to go up. So I would just sketch it. Now you don't have to sketch it until you put it in the calculator. I was just doing that now, but let's go in the calculator and make sure we solve for y correctly. So let's put that in there, 4x minus 5y. So we've got 4x minus 5y equals, what was that number? Equals 10. So there's our equation. And now when we go down here to see what, if we got it right, y equals 4/5 x minus 2. So let's type in y equals 4 divide 5, 4/5. Oops. Then make sure you press the right arrow key to get out from the parenthesis or from underneath in the denominator. So the x, and then we'd have minus 2. So look right here. Y-intercept starts at 0, -2. From left to right, the line is going up. They are overlapping each other, which means that we did it correctly. All right, so let's erase this. All right, let's see. Let's erase. Oh, that's not an eraser. Now I'll try it. Erase this. And now let's go over here to number 6. I want you to try this one on your own. Pause the video, see if you can do that one on your own. All right, so to do this, remember we are trying to get y by itself. Right there, I put a dotted line at the equal sign. I need to move this 7x first, so I'm going to add 7x to each side. And I'm going to get, this makes 0, so I get -3y equals 7x plus 12. Now I'm going to divide everything by -3. So now these cancel and I get y equals -7/3 x minus 4. This is my equation in slope-intercept form. Remember, your y-intercept is right here at the end, which is -4. My slope is -7/3. So let's go and see if we got it right first in the calculator. Let me put the original one right here. So I have -7x minus 3y. So, well, I'm hoping that y'all saw what I just did and that with the screen. So let's see here. Let me go here. And what did I say? We've got, there we go, -7x minus 3y. -7x minus 3y equals 12. Now the next one, what we think our answer is, we think it is -7/3 x minus 4. So I have y equals -7 divide 3, arrow over to get out of the front, or out of the new, I can't talk, out of the denominator, x. And then, sorry guys, I need to look again. What was it? -4. -4. All right, they overlap. See, like if you'd messed up and they put -5, see how they do not overlap? That would mean we were wrong. But since they overlap and you only see one line, right there it starts at -4. From left to right, this line is going down, and that's what we're going to sketch. So right here, we start at -4. And from left to right, it is decreasing, so it is going down, and we would sketch it like this. All right, let's see. That should be the last one on this paper. So now we have seen how to take and move from standard form to slope-intercept form, check it in the calculator, find our slope, and find our y-intercept.